The lead investigator in two of Massachusetts' most high-profile cases is facing a disciplinary hearing later this week. State Trooper Michael Proctor was suspended after Karen Reed's murder case ended in a mistrial. You remember that? Well, Proctor was also looking into the murder of Hena Walshe. Her husband, Brian Walshe, is accused of killing and dismembering her. NewsNation's Caitlin Becker is with me now to unpack all of this. Caitlin, what kind of accusations is he now facing?
So the accusations really stem from the Karen Reed investigation. Proctor was the lead investigator on the death of her boyfriend, O'Keefe. He investigated her, but throughout the investigation, it came out during the trial that he had sent really inappropriate text messages, really vulgar text messages talking about her appearance, questioning whether or not she should send nudes, calling her basically a whack job. These are things that he later admitted on the stand, and his misconduct really raised some questions about police integrity. And of course, all of this doesn't look great for the Karen Reed trial in particular. Now, while he wasn't involved with John O'Keefe, her boyfriend, and the situation, he was the investigator on the case. Her defense has long been that there was police misconduct running rampant all around Massachusetts. So this isn't really a good look. Now, that ended in a hung jury. She is going back to trial. This became the subject of an internal affairs investigation within the police department. He was suspended without pay in July. So he hasn't been working since then, is not working leading up to this disciplinary hearing. And should there be sufficient evidence found that he acted inappropriately during this investigation, it's been floated that he could be kicked off the force, perhaps permanently, and that hearing is this week on the 15th.
And like you said, this isn't just about Karen Reed. How does accused killer Brian Walshe now fit into all of this?
This was one of the grisliest crimes that we've seen in Massachusetts in a while. These are two of the biggest cases. Now, Brian Walshe is accused of dismembering his wife, Anna, and murdering her. Now, her body has never been found, but he stands accused of her murder. And just last week, we learned that Proctor was the lead investigator on this case as well. And what his team, Walsh's team, wants is they have just requested through the court all of the documents from the internal affairs investigation, because their theory is if he acted this inappropriately with Karen Reed when he was investigating the Walshe case, at the same time, he may have acted inappropriately as well. And could that then help their defense? I have to tell you, in the Brian Walshe case in particular, they need all the help that they can get. The evidence against him, despite not having a body, is really overwhelming. This is the guy who allegedly Googled things when she was missing: how long before a body starts to smell, how to stop a body from decomposing, can you throw away body parts, what does formaldehyde do, how long does DNA last, hacksaw, best tool to dismember, can you be charged with murder without a body? I mean, the list goes on and on and on. This is one of the more fascinating cases. So there's also some security footage of him allegedly buying things at the Home Depot that could have been used in this method to dismember a body. So the evidence against Walshe is huge. So anything his defense can get to make it look like the investigators might not have done their job properly could really help them when this comes time to trial. And if he is kicked off the force, that's not going to look good for really either of these prosecutions, because the defense is going to be able to say, this is the person who investigated this. So where all eyes are going to be whether or not Proctor is going to face any kind of permanent sanctions or permanent penalties from his conduct.
This is a complicated case.
It really is.
Great breakdown, Caitlin Becker. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.